Greeting to all the saints. Bonjour à tous les saints, specifically those within the Grace Bible community. Now, this morning, as I sat within the office of the Grace Bible Ministry, I fell in love with the sound of the birds singing and chirping. Now, it makes sense because the branches of the trees are close to the windows. This morning is going to be a blessed day in Yahweh, our Elohim. Today, as we continue in our devotions, I'm going to read a few verses of Proverbs 3, and then we're going to read the entire chapter 2. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Elohim with all of your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Elohim and find the knowledge of Yahweh. For the Elohim gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand the righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and who are devious in their path, to deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her Elohim. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the dead. None who go to her return, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you may walk in the way of goodness and keep to the paths of righteousness. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. Now, I want you to be reminded that the book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom. Not all of what comes from the book of Proverbs is applicable to those who live under grace, but we can see that a good number of these wisdoms lives on. So today, as we seek to study the doctrine of grace, it doesn't really take away from us to actually peek into the book of Proverbs, for what we may continue to use in order to sustain a good life here on earth. As you can see, this past Sunday, I actually went into the book of Proverbs to articulate the treasure of a godly woman. And that treasure is her wisdom. So today, I want you all to continue to not neglect some of the great wisdom that comes from this book. All right, may you have a blessed day in Yahweh.